Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. After what has been quite a feisty show, to say the least, Stevie felt he was being victimised and picked on.
Seriously, I'm questioning myself now.
It's not often you see Shaka angry. It made Shaka shout at you as well. If you didn't see it, Stevie was defending Jurgen Klopp's actions that we saw on the touchline.
But he started by saying, I'm not defending Jurgen Klopp.
But I never once defended him.
He started off by saying, I'm not defending Jurgen Klopp.
Basically, the fourth official said something which he deserved that reaction.
No, you decided, and you what brain, that all I said was that when you're on the touchline,
Yes.
when you're a coach, you get so wound up about things.
Yeah. So you were defending. You were giving Klopp a reason.
I was giving you the reason why he lost the plot.
Right.
But at no stage did I ever try and defend what he did as being right. It wasn't.
But you tried to justify what he did.
Well, again, you're using words that I didn't use. I'm not justifying it.
Right.
I'm doing exactly what you, by the way, asked me to do.
Right.
And I explained why he lost the plot.
Okay.
And reasons why he would lose the plot.
Yep.
At no stage, and I'm going to say this for the 1000th time.
Yes.
At no stage did I ever say anything he did was correct, proper, or right. It was wrong.
But my point, and I'll use your words.
Please do.
Giving Jurgen Klopp reasons to lose the plot, we don't know those reasons. For all we know,
we don't know the exact reason why he lost the plot.
For all we know, and as per his,
give you reasons why he
as per his post-game comments, if you look at Jurgen Klopp funny, he could lose the plot.
I get that. I don't disagree with that.
So let's not give him. Let's not give him those reasons.
I don't get, right?
Go on.
Again, when I was talking about when the referees association have all what was said.
Yes, the audio.
The audio.
Yes.
And tell me if I'm wrong. I got the impression you disagreed with me over something. But my point was, well, Klopp's insinuating the referee said something, right? Mm-hmm. And if they have the audio, why don't you nail him to the wall and put it out and say, right, please inform us, because if they're saying everything the referee said was fine and proper, then nail him to the wall.
Their job to do that?
Yeah, exactly.
Nail him to the wall.
No, my point to that is, from a management perspective, I don't think that's good practice. Now, if Jurgen Klopp came out and said, well, the referee said this,
prove
that...
your point.
Hold on, I'm just saying from... If Jurgen Klopp comes out and says the referee said this, that, the other, at that point, I think PGMOL comes out and says, no, here's the audio, this is what he said.
Right, see, I disagree with you.
So I just think, from a management perspective, if I'm the PGMOL officers...
The last thing. Because my point being is that it's a he said, she said. Right? He's saying one thing, they're saying the other thing, but nobody knows. So why don't you nail him to the wall? Nail Klopp to the wall.
I don't think they have to nail him to the wall. I disagree with that. I mean, I understand your point,
that's what I would do. I would, if somebody's saying I said, if somebody's insinuating I said something I didn't, I would just go there.
And when you were defending Jurgen Klopp.
And it's clear. And then it's clear.
Or when you said that Chelsea are going to win tomorrow. I wasn't expecting that from you.
Oh, you weren't, were you?
No, I was not at all.
Wow.
There we are. For Stevie, we all talk about how good teams play when they have possession of the ball, but can you talk about how important is playing without the ball? Movement, closing spaces, and who's the best team without the ball?
Well, City's the best team right now without the ball. Used to be Liverpool. And it's all about desire and the right mental attitude and everybody following on from the keys. Clear stuff like if everybody's in position, bosh, you go and close them down. Things like that. And as I said, City. And the thing about teams like City, before a ball's kicked, they have an advantage.
Right.
Because everybody knows they're good at it. And everybody knows they're going to do it. And so, when you've got a side who are going to try and play out from the back, and the managers went, I don't care who we're playing against, we're playing out from the back. Wow. if you're going to do that against a team that are so good without the ball in City, then clearly your players are going to be a little apprehensive. And that's before the ball's kicked. So, yeah, not only do they do it, and they've got desire, and they're organised, but psychologically, before the ball's kicked, the opposition are under pressure already.
I think it's something that teams work on, and Pep Guardiola's teams work on, where you need to be with all the ball, who makes runs. I've heard Thierry Henry talk about playing under Pep at Barcelona and his role and responsibility and how it evolved in playing for Barcelona, that not every time you get over the half line you have to attack. You know, you have to think about the balance of the team. So I'm with Stevie in saying clearly City, but for a reason.
Considering what's preceded this, it's funny having a sensible conversation now about things. Not having Stevie pointing his big fingers at us.
This whole show is a little bit
Did
two
you see how he got his
personality.
fingers out?
Oh, wow.
For both of you, I'm going to my first European match on Sunday in Dortmund.
Oh.
What should I expect in terms of the atmosphere and experience? Oh, we need Derek and Archie to add.
Yeah, Dortmund's a fantastic place to go and watch football.
Did you ever play there, Steve?
I did, back in the 80s, and it was loud then.
Yeah.
Do you know what I would say to whoever is going, whoever it is? Try and go with an open mind, because it's a bit like, you know, you go to the movies and somebody says, oh, I saw this film and it was absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
And you have this sort of preconceived thing where you're going to be, your mind's going to be blown, and you always...
Yeah.
So try not to do that. Try and go and just soak it in, and then you'll actually be able to enjoy it better, because it's loud.
Oh.
What?
I don't know, I feel like you've downplayed it a little bit.
No, I was probably thinking too much about the question, to be honest. But I always find that's what happens. If you just go and be nice and calm and have an open mind, then the atmosphere will soak in.
Okay, enjoy it.
Yeah.
And don't put your phone away. Don't worry. Don't
put your phone away.
absorb it all in.
Aye.
I think that's...
Somebody will record it. Somebody will. You can find it.
There we go. Shaka, is playing Champions League football too big of a jump for Newcastle? Would they be better off, I don't know what that word is, if they play Europa League football next year and then Champions League later?
No. I don't think so at all.
No?
I think I have absolutely no issue with jumping in at the deep end. I mean, I think that there are times that playing European football, or just playing European football in general, and adding those midweek fixtures stretch squads. But if you're playing European football, might as well be Champions League. And as given the ownership and the direction they want to take this club, I think it's absolutely you embrace playing Champions League football.
Who is a bigger miss, Modric or De Bruyne? For the semi-finals, of course, both not playing this weekend because of injury.
Ooh.
De Bruyne.
Yeah.
Do you think so?
De Bruyne.
Yeah, I do.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I just feel that Real Madrid have a deep enough midfield and can maybe replace Modric better than City do with De Bruyne.
You agree?
I go with De Bruyne, yeah.
Just on the basis of playing the most watchable football, who would be the top four in the Premier League? So City and Arsenal are given?
City, Arsenal,
Newcastle,
Brighton.
No.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
There we go.
Yes.
You hate United.
And fourth officials.
Don't know.
For Stevie, should Klopp switch Trent into midfield and get another established right back, or keep Curtis Jones in there and keep Trent at right back, irrespective of whether Liverpool buys the likes of McAllister, Gravenberch, Mount, and so on and so forth?
I would definitely try and play him in the middle of the park, yes. Yeah. I mean, he can't defend.
Right.
So, I mean, common sense would tell you, why would you play somebody as a defender if they can't defend? That on itself doesn't make any sense.
If you were to give stats to everyone on the show, who would be top of the pundit table for game predictions and who gets relegated to grabbing questions off Copier, you can answer by sending them to the Copier.
I'll go to the copy now, shall I?
That's it. Predictions. I predicted 4-3, Shaq.
I saw that, Dan.
Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you very much.
And made sure that ESPN FC's social media channels posted them everywhere so nobody would ever miss or forget that you made the correct prediction.
Well, I think sometimes I'm much maligned in this role and just showing that I offer quite a lot of insight.
I just
Say any what?
Insight into what's going to happen.
When?
Well, when Liverpool played Spurs.
Oh, concerning football.
I got 4-3 correct.
got 4-3.
What did you say?
And then he called around to everybody in ESPN.
Yeah.
He called around to everybody and said, make sure and post this on your social media feeds so the world knows that I got it right.
Squirrel in the nut, eh?
So obviously we have a $50 bet, which you owe me,
Do we?
for Arsenal finishing top 4.
Right.
Do you want to double or nothing tomorrow?
On what?
Chelsea and Arsenal, with your faith in Chelsea.
Don't, Steve.
Do you know what?
Don't.
You know, sometimes when he's like being his smarty pants self, sometimes it's actually quite good, right? But then sometimes he just goes too far and it's completely and makes an absolute idiot of himself.
So is that a yes or a no?
Stupid.
No?
What a stupid question.
Oh, yeah? I'll give you Chelsea and the draw.
What a stupid question. Seriously.
Why? You've been defending Chelsea for the whole show.
Shut up.
And I'm giving you a nice bet.
Shut up. I never defended Chelsea for the whole show at all. I told you that it could be a banana skin.
Right.
And then you're smarty pants.
Right.
That is true.
I mean, honestly.
That is true.
It's completely true.
That part is true.
Yeah.
He just said it could be, and you just...
He just,
Smart.
he's just been a smart Alex.
He's not happy. Not happy.
He gets one prediction right, and then look, it just changed.
Yeah,
Just changed
It's not clever,
entirely.
you know.
No, I know.
It's not clever.
No, I think I have
Yeah,
some
you've
issues.
probably been told that before, but
Some security issues.
it doesn't.
Have we answered the question?
Register.
Yeah, me. And who's the worst at predictions? You.
Yeah.
Or Stevie.
Well,
when he
how
said-
you become the best? You get one right, and all of a sudden now you're the best at predictions?
Although he...
Hold on. I don't care what he says, right? But the predictor, right, predicted that a certain player would be a one-season wonder. Who would that be?
Oh, my goodness. So go
Who
down
would
that
be?
right.
Oh, wait a minute.
that's
We're
not
talking about predictions.
Oh, yeah?
Somebody here predicted
Wait,
a certain guy called Harry Kane would be a one-season wonder.
Didn't somebody predict that
Hey.
Spurs would win at Newcastle?
Hey.
You know
Did someone do that?
Oh, that's fine. I'll accept that's wrong. Yeah, that's fine.
That was
All right.
good.
I was wrong about Harry
Okay.
Kane, 100%.
Oh, you went wrong. Yeah, that was 1,000% wrong.
You know who I say is best at predictions? Jan. I give it to Jan. I give Jan the prize.
Why are you giving Jan the
Actually,
prize?
No, Jan actually is.
I'm giving Jan
Jan
the prize.
predicted-
No, you got the. There's this D in, not a J.
What?
It's Dan, not Jan.
Neither of you could
Oh,
run
it's
faster
something
than a fish.
else.
Oh.
It's something
Right, we're going to end
else.
extra time because there's a little bit of edge to it today. I think maybe somebody's
Today
crossed the
was
line.
good. Today was so good. I was just sitting over here laughing. It was good.
ESPN FC will be back on your screens tomorrow to reflect on Arsenal against Chelsea.
Don't say anything else. That's all. That's all.
Please. Please.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.